You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus.
Hey YouTubers, Dre Crawford here, Recover One Drones. Spent a little time over the holidays with this crazy weather we're having across the country here in the United States, for those who are tuning in from abroad. I always try to work on different aspects of my craft. I am a Part 107 flyer as far as my drone activities, but I also is mindful about my groundwork. When I refer to groundwork, I'm talking about with the still cameras, DSLRs, GoPro cameras, any other cameras I can use that can be an extra tool or in my box. So today we're going to talk about two different things that could benefit you if you're just getting into certain aspects of photography or presenting different type of perspectives of photography to a client, and something you can add to your list. The first one we're going to talk about here is going to be I would say, beginning level 360 riser. Now, 360 cameras have been pretty much the big craze over the last, I would say, year and a half, 2 years. And just about every manufacturer out there has put one out. And so there's a lot to look at out there. But like anything else, most of the leading manufacturers out there are selling these things, I would say, $400 and above. So you're looking at getting a device, in my opinion, if I'm spending that type of money, and this is just me speaking, it's something I need to be using every day. Well, I'm not a hiker, biker, or any type of person that vlogs on a daily basis. So this is a device, or I say a tool, that I would only use maybe once or twice a year. So for me to get into something that I would hardly ever use, I'm not going to spend a bunch of money. So for me, getting something, this device right here, this is the actual device right here, what it looks like. It was, I think it was $69 on Amazon, very beginning level. It can do up to 4K, which I think is the highest level. They say it can do 6K, but 6K only comes at 12 frames per second, which is not usable footage if you're doing any kind of editing after the fact. It does do up 24 megapixel pictures, so I guess it can take some, I would say, decent level. Now people might say 4K is pretty good. 24 megapixel is great for most people, but a lot of times when we talk about cameras, it always depends upon the sensor. Now, I'll be first to admit, the sensor on this thing, it doesn't tell you in instruction or anything what the size of the sensor is or anything else. But trying to test this out in an indoor setting, it was very grainy. So I say the sensor quality is not very good. I took it outdoors the other day, did some footage, and it was decent. It was decent. And I say I took a video wrap, which you guys will be observing here. And for a beginning type thing to get used to 360 type camera stuff, it didn't do bad. No, I didn't take it out, put it on a drone or put it on a bicycle or a motorcycle or any type of vehicle. I just put it on a tripod, and I have a tripod mount that goes on there that does orbits and everything else, which you can see right here. But like I say, getting into the details of this, in the bottom of it, per se, you see in the slot right there is where the power is. A USB-C port charges up. It only has a battery life at 4K level of only about 40 minutes tops. But also, this is where the SD card goes in. SD card ranges from the small ones, 8, 16, whatever, but it tops out at 64 gig you can put into the card slot. The most impressive thing I would say about this at this level would be the screw port. Okay, that's brass in there, which is makes it a little more sturdier than what you get the plastic ones. They strip very easy. This one has a brass screw port in there, so it will last you a while mounting this on some type of tripod or something else, hand grip or something that you can mount this on. So that was about where they didn't cheap out on. But I could say one of the frustrating factors of this was the software. The software is something you would download off of Google or iOS stores, and it was inconsistent. While I had mine out, it kept telling me it had problems. At one point, it told me there wasn't even an SD card in, which I know it was an SD card in there. So I'm not sure what's going on with the software. It does connect to your phone through Wi-Fi and not Bluetooth, which is odd. Okay, this thing has a built-in mic, which picked up pretty good. I said I can't complain about the mic. It's, I would say, average. It's not going to be at the level of a like my lapel mic I'm wearing here, or Rhodes, but it will pick up decent sounds if you're within about a meter, 3 feet or a meter. So it will pick up everything fairly clearly. So I can't complain about that. But if you're looking just to test out, like I am, 360 cameras, just to see if it's something that you might want to add to your tool belt, this is not a bad start. You'll get some results you're looking for. On the phone itself, you'll see everything from a flat picture to the small planet type of pictures to the larger planet-sized pictures of the regular 360 mode. So, yeah, the 360 Rise from a price point, not bad to get your feet wet in the 360. I wouldn't recommend this for anybody who's been involved in photography for a while, or they depend upon a device such as a 360 camera. This is not what you want. It's basically for beginners who are looking to see how it may work for you, for the most part. Okay, now to continue on the back of it, on the back of the box, it tells you, like I said, on the different things. It'll tell you all the different features of it and so forth. But there's just this product. I mean, back up a little bit. It's not brand new. It's been out for about 2 or 3 years. There's been several revisions. When it first came out, it was called the Penguin, and that's why they used the Penguin as the logo. And they dropped the Penguin name and stuck with this Rise. But it's still has a few minor glitches to it. And like I said, it's a beginning level 360 camera. If you just want to have a 360 perspective on one of your videos, along with some other footage, this might fit the bill right here. And it talks about several things. Like I say, battery up to 50 minutes on Wi-Fi at 4K. Like I said, I charged it up overnight. I think I barely got about maybe 40 minutes. Micro SD card, 8 gig to 64. Class 10 or faster. So like anything else, you can do 4K footage. Get a U3 level card. Yeah, so they're too cheap nowadays to just buy something less than. Okay, this says that when you hook it to your computer, if you do it that way, it supports Mac, Microsoft Windows from XP all the way up to 10. Very rare you see people use XP and Vista anymore. Video up to 6K at 12 frames per second, 4K at 30 frames per second. That's why I say it is workable at 4K, 30 frames per second, which is usually the standard level of most 4K devices out there is 30 frames per second. You get to the higher end stuff that does at 60, 120, and so forth. Records sound in an MP4 format, and it uses the H.264 for the video format. Now they give you a few things in the box, which is not bad. The instruction book is decent. I like the instruction book better than I like the app instructions. You'll see here the app instructions that I think they went back to some high school students and asked them to design the online app instructions or whatever, because it is very disorganized. And that could be just me being an old guy like I am, and I look at things more in an orderly fashion, 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D type of thing, and instead of having things going in different directions and you're not sure which one you should click on first. Like I say, it gives you a USB to a USB-C connection for charging, and also gives you a bracket that allows you to charge the device continuously, and also be allowed to mount on top of a tripod or something else. This little tripod it comes with, it's very light, but I say the legs are very strong, very strong. And I said, this is more impressive than anything else. I like this. I haven't had a chance to use, but I always, like this type of design. And this thing, at each level of each of the brakes here, you can bend it. Here at the very tips, you can see right there, you can make a bend, or you can bend it from way up here. So it is very flexible as far as its usage. You can use this. The actually mounting part right here is all plastic pieces here, so you got to make sure you don't torque it down too hard, or you'll probably strip something. But the legs itself are very well put together. All right, now we're going to move on to our second device. Second device here is from a company called DigiPower. Many of you out there have probably bought products from them via Amazon or directly from them. They advertise on Facebook and so forth. So I'm sure you've seen some of their products. They do everything from little small camera mounts. They do extra power banks for a variety of units. So this right here is not, like I say, once again, it's not something new. It came across me through a direct advertisement from the company. And I say, I'm always looking to get something that I need for my work out in the field. Usually I'm by myself, so when I'm trying to record something, once I set up cameras, that's it. The camera's set, it's rolling, and it's going to roll until I finish. I don't have a crew out there say, okay, let's cut, good take, let's move on to the next one. Mine is all one shot, one time. You get what you get, and you move on. So having something that gives you extended time, power-wise, so your cameras are running and catching everything is great. And like I say, as a drone pilot, I cannot be concerned with battery usage on my extra batteries. So like it says here, 720p, which I don't know anybody who shoots in 720p anymore. You get 9 hours, 1080p, 8 hours. If you're shooting in 4K, you can get 6 hours battery power for your GoPro. This one here is made for the GoPro 5 black, 6 black, and 7 black. Then you can find ones, they skip the 8 for some reason, and the next one goes up that covers the 9, the 10, and the 11. Did a little research on this power bank itself. This is what it looks like. I'm going to open it up. You can see right there the USB-C connector on the inside. The camera fits right inside here, and so forth. On the side of the power bank, power button right there. Hold it down. Lights up. Go from there, press it again. Lights off. This also comes with USB-C charge. This little port right here. It is very stiff, so you got to have some small fingers or good fingernails to open this. And once you pop it open, you'll see the USB port inside there. Now, when I read up on this thing on Amazon, I bought mine from the company directly. I did a little research on Amazon, and people were complaining about this clip right here, which I thought was kind of odd, because like everything else, when people complain about something, they don't tell you all the details of why something broke. Okay, so all they say it was a bad design or it's cheap or whatever. This thing right here is a very secure, snug fit for the camera. And the reason for that is because it is waterproof system. Okay, it has an IPS rating of 68. It can go down as deep as 33 feet, which I guess would be somewhere around 5 meters or so. Actually, no, it'd be somewhere close to 10 meters down in depth of water. So it wants to make it has a good connection fit and everything else. Now getting back to this system here, this thing locks in place. You lean over all the way and snap down, just like that. The part where people have had problems is releasing this thing. Because the camera is in here so snug and there is tension against this clip here, you need to press down on this as you're releasing the clip, okay? So it takes the tension off the edge here, it takes the tension off the clasp right here for you to open it back up and let the camera out. That is what I have discovered. Because everyone talks about this clasp breaking is because, oh, they try to pull it open and they're not saying, all they're saying it just broke, not the fact that they broke it. So you always got to go into the fact of what is not said and what probably most likely occurred. And I don't want to be concerned about stopping and starting a portable camera, because sometimes you'll get out of whack and then you think you start the camera and then you actually stop the camera. This way, because I know I got a lot of power as far as battery life, I can start it, go through my pre-flight checklist, go through anything else I need to do, fly the drone. I can do commentary during the whole time and everything else and bring the drone back. And at the end of the session, I know I got everything on film. And that's what we're all trying to do. If you're one who likes to film your outings, wherever you may be, this way you can put the GoPro or several GoPros, because these are not really expensive. They're only right about 35 to 40 bucks for this device here. So it's reasonably cost effective. So like I said, you can have multiple cameras placed in locations and continue filming the whole thing. So it can be a benefit to you and not have to be stressed about you know, turning cameras on and off to preserve battery life as you go along. So once again, this is Dre, Recoveryonedrone, just giving you a little bit of information on things that I do, things that may come across that could help you in your activities, your journey, or even your profession out there dealing with the activities that you have a passion for. So once again, hang on, enjoy the ride, and please subscribe. Thank you.
Pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex.